Is Kate Middleton, otherwise known as the Duchess of Cambridge, truly copying the cable TV actress and one-time royal Meghan Markle? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in a very sunny heart of London today. I hope you're keeping well. Thank you as ever for your company. Thank you for all the kind comments. Do keep them coming. It's lovely to know what you think about these particular stories. Lots of people, by the way, remember the Goons. I'm glad that you did remember that. It's nice actually because a lot of generations forget about comedy that has gone before. And although we've got plaques and statues and things like that, it is nice when it triggers a memory for people and they say, yeah, I watched Peter Sellers in Pink Panther, or, you know, I remember him in this. It's lovely that you remember so much. As ever, I am very grateful for your company and your support. But back, as I always say, to your royal story of the day. Now, I don't know if you've seen this particular story that is breaking out of London. It all really centres on the fact that, as we now know, the royal family have moved very much into the digital age. As you know, Catherine and William have their own YouTube channel. They're not copying me, clearly. And I'm joking. And of course, they've done incredibly well on things like Instagram and Twitter. In fact, that's how they get their messages out there. Very clever move by them because it makes them incredibly relatable. On the other side of the pond, we had, of course, Harry and Meghan, who had quite a huge following on Instagram and various social sites, but they closed them down in a bit of a huff because they felt that they weren't taken seriously enough and they only wanted to interact with certain media. As we also told you here on the show, it looks like they could be reactivating them to help sell those books, including things like The Bench and Harry's forthcoming memoir for the man that he's become. But is, of course, Catherine truly copying Harry and Meghan's blueprint? Well, not truly, no. What's happening is this. Catherine has had various meetings with various TV producers. This was all stemmed from the success of Prince William's documentary and, of course, Forward with his Earthshot Prize, all about climate change. Now, Catherine's on a completely different tack. She wants to make something all about early childhood development. What Catherine believes, and I truly believe this myself, is that if you come from a very loving, nurturing background, then, of course, you have the opportunity to develop. If you don't come from that background, then of course, what sort of things are in place to help you develop as an individual? Thank you, Mum and Dad, by the way, you did a great job. Anyway, truly, that is, of course, what Catherine's trying to look at. As we know, she's already associated with various charities like that and wants to basically put this into some kind of TV documentary that's inspiring and letting, of course, people know why she's associated with them and what she wants to get from that. Now, certain newspapers over here have said, oh, she's done this mega deal with Netflix and she wants to get to the streaming giant, all that sort of stuff. That's where the copying claim comes in. What we can tell you on the show is this. Catherine has signed no deal right now. It's at very early stages. And if it does develop, I surmise that it will be with the BBC. Simply because for her, that makes perfect sense. It's the thing that, of course, she possibly feels comfortable with. And as we saw with Prince William, they're never just one company anymore. They're always major companies around the world because that's the only way that telly can be funded now. As we've seen, Catherine's developed as a consummate professional by giving speeches and speaking in front of the camera. In fact, I don't know about you, but at times she looks more confident on her YouTube channel than His Royal Highness Prince William. And that's doing incredibly well for them. But moving forward, when will we see Catherine in that documentary on the screen? Well, not at least until spring 2022. That is, of course, she decides to go with it and give it the green light. But for now, it's very much at the early talking stages. By the way, I hear she's looking for a good producer. If you're watching this, Catherine, I might just be the man for you. Neil Sean in the heart of London.